me I had a better countdown. Oh, wait, I do.
Our impulses are being redirected. We are living in an artificially induced state of consciousness that resembles sleep.
All right, welcome aboard. It's time for the Brothers Hack the Matrix. We got a lot to talk about tonight, so let's get to it.
Yeah, there you go. Let's fucking go. Let's fucking go.
Welcome aboard, folks. It's time for the Brothers Hack the Matrix. I'm your host, JoesAtmosfere, and I am joined, as usual, by There Can Be Only One, the Hylunder. And you're muted for some reason. Let me see if I can unmute you. No, it's on your end.
You got an echo going. There's definitely an echo going.
Is there?
Si, senor.
I don't know where it's coming from because I'm not hearing it over here. So, and I don't have anything shared. So, there you go. Good to see you, man. How you doing? What's going on? What's
not a ting, man. Not a ting. Not a ting.
Yeah. What's doing exciting with you?
Let me look for some technical stuff here. Definitely.
I'll double check. I'll double check the stream and make sure what I believe to be true is true. I'm pretty sure I don't have an echo, but I could be wrong. You never know. But let's let everybody know who is in the chat while we're checking out the specifics. We all know who got here first.
There are some who call me Tim.
Tim is here.
Tim is
Hail, he says. It's good to see you, Tim. Good to see you.
Tim.
Let me see. Where is my channel? Let me check my audio real quick.
I think I have a problem.
Okay. Cool. Glad to hear you got that bug figured out.
Si,
but
senor.
It could have been the power of the axe. What are you sporting tonight,
this
bro?
Is Barbarian from Wild Audio. Check out that headstock, man. Pretty cool, right?
Yeah.
You got the little Viking wordage on there, which I don't even know what it means. It could be trigger words.
It could say fuck you in Celtic, right? Yeah.
Sleeper cells, look at that, man. It's a freaking kick-ass body, dude, right? It's got the twin humbuckers the EMGs that he's known for. This thing smokes like nobody's business, dude.
Wait a minute, bro. Are you trying to tell me that you could be activating the Manchurian Candidate with that?
Be activating. So if that happens, sorry everyone, because I have no idea.
Everyone.
These inlays mean. I have no idea. If anybody can, I think somebody in the chat referenced a guide, maybe a Nordic symbol guide or something like that. If anybody knows, let me know, because I really would like to know what these things mean. So there.
It'd be nice to know, right?
Yeah, it would be
All right,
nice.
look, boss, we're just saying it might happen. You don't have to chew my ass about everything.
Yo.
He says it's time for the top of the heap, bro. Time to check out what happened this week in the world. What happened? The big headlines this week, and you know where that usually starts, man. You know where that starts and ends.
Top of the heap. Yeah.
Eject!
Fire on the flight deck.
This business will get out of control. It'll get out of control, and we'll be lucky to live through it.
So much death. What can men do against such reckless hate?
What can men do?
What can men do? Tim says it means horse's ass on the neck of your guitar, bro.
I bet you it does. I really do.
But anyway,
Tim.
muchas gracias.
Muchas gracias.
Let's start off with everybody's favorite subject, the war in Ukraine. This week, we've got movement, man. Ukraine willing to accept 30-day ceasefire with Russia as U.S. lifts freeze on aid and intelligence. And also, we heard from Putin about the same subject. He said Putin wants direct White House talks before Ukraine ceasefire, but says he is open to deal in principle. This is all good news as far as I'm concerned.
News, dude.
I think this is way too 3 years in now. It's way past time for them to get to the table and start talking about this stuff, man.
It's redonkulous.
Yeah, it is redonkulous.
You know, at least there's some dialogue. It's happening. Some dialogue is happening. Maybe they can find, because under the previous administration there was no dialogue,
none.
So
no, it was just an open checkbook.
Sure,
what it was.
Somebody's interested in peace. So
yeah, somebody in the current administration is interested in peace.
Yeah,
it looks like the past administration was interested in making money for
that paper home skillet.
There you go, making that paper. That's it. The other struggle, we're not hearing much on this front, but we did get some news this week that Israel cuts off electricity supply to Gaza, affecting desalination plants producing drinking water. Yeah, I don't know what's going on with this right now, man. We need. I'm gonna have to dig into this week and see what the story is here. But yeah, the Gaza thing isn't going away.
It's tired of freaking Hamas.
Yeah. Well, we know that. We know the Israeli part of it. It's just, and like we talked about last few weeks, it sure seems one-sided, all these transfers they're doing. They're giving up 3 to their 133 people that they're getting back.
It's definitely lopsided, and
yeah.
Look, Israel has all the power. They really do, and now they're shutting off the purification systems to the water. I mean, it's always going to be the small people that are going to get caught in the middle of that, and most of those Hamas leaders are probably not even in the Gaza Strip. They're probably over in France, probably in jolly old England.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
yeah, for sure.
So.
For sure. It's crazy, man. It's crazy. Also, if we move away from that region just a little north, we see that the U.S. launches new round of strikes targeting Houthis in Yemen. That we got that going on. Plus, now this one caught my eye, Daniel, and I was like, wow, this is very interesting. Senior Islamic State leader killed in joint Iraq-U.S. operation. Iraq says the killing comes as the group has been reconstituting in Syria, carrying out more attacks than at any time since it lost control of the territory nearly 6 years ago. Now we're talking about ISIS, what we're talking about, Dave.
Yeah.
And but apparently the U.S. Iraq cooperation. What?
Different administration, and maybe these are they're all politicians. I don't care what country they are. So the wind is blowing a certain way, and maybe the heads of state there in Iraq want to separate themselves, push away from the Islamic State.
Mm-hmm.
They come to the United States. There's always dialogue anyway. They're all laughing at us. They're playing on the same fucking golf courses. It just depends on what administration is in office. Before it's anti-USA. Now we got a different administration. Let's get together and let's destroy the Islamic State. I mean,
yeah,
it's a tired old thing. It would be nice if we could just find some peace somewhere. But, again, different administration in the United States, foreign powers, foreign leaders, they look at things a different way.
Well, I'm hopeful seeing that headline.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I really am.
You watch how quickly that'll flip when you get a different administration in there.
Yeah.
It'll go a different way.
Yeah, but you know what I'm talking about, man. For years, we
Sure.
haven't gotten along with that country.
Sure.
But hey, what do they say? What's the old saying? The enemy of my enemy is my friend. I mean, apparently they don't like ISIS any more than we do. So,
I guess not. I mean, then be that way. Just be that way.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. There's certain parts of the globe I just don't know if we're ever going to be without violence, man. The Middle East being one, and another one being Africa. That continent right there is just.
They have their own culture.
Yeah.
And when we try to, project our belief system on these other countries, it just ain't going to happen.
No.
They have a belief system, whether we believe in it or not, or we understand it or not. They have a belief system.
Yep.
So,
that's
there
it.
you go.
Also, big in the news this week, I couldn't believe this. We got another wreck into an oil tanker. Container ship collides with anchored U.S. flagged tanker in the North Sea. This happened northeast of Great Britain, and oh my God, man! You should have seen the flames coming off of this thing in the original videos and stuff. I'm not going to show them here, but anybody can look them up. But this came through later on this week. Cargo ship captain arrested over collision in the North Sea.
Absolutely should be. I mean, in today's day and age of technology and satellites and navigational systems and very, very precise nav systems, how a freaking big cargo ship can run into another ship. That's just inexcusable. I'm sorry.
Yeah. It says earlier the police force said that 59-year-old man has been arrested in suspicion of gross negligence manslaughter following North Sea collision. Apparently, I think 6 people died in this wreck. I
mean, so how do you explain that? There's no way you explain that.
Yeah, it's how these things run into each other. Now, ghost ship's one thing, but dude, if you've got somebody at the helm, how do you not? They've got early warning systems just like aircraft do. Right. You get in a certain proximity, miles out, you're going to get. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Come on now. No, yeah. I'm not buying. That's crazy, isn't it? Yep. It's nuts. But yeah, let's pray for those that are affected, and let's pray for a quick cleanup because that's never good when an oil tanker gets hit. Sea life definitely gets affected, man. It's no doubt, dude. It's a bad thing. The SEALs are saying, you know what? The SEALs are going like this. Again with the spills. Again with the destruction. Humans, the scourge of the planet. The scourge of the planet's wiping us out. What are you guys doing? What the hell? Well, the thinning of the herd continues from Mother Nature this week. Lastly, in the top of the heap, we got to talk a little bit about the storms that went across the U.S. this week. Live updates, 37 dead as storms head east. Over 360,000 customers without power. In your state, in Amarillo, this is all I heard about yesterday. This is all I heard about. I'm not going to play any sound, but I want you to see this right here. Look at this. All right. Yeah. Okay. So 1 or 2 I can understand. Right? Don't they have CBs in there, Dan? Yes. Now, come on. To each other? You just say, shut it down. Just shut it down. You're not getting through. I think that's why the cops had their lights on. And that last thing we're seeing there, that was a collision. They said it was 0 visibility. There was a
Yeah, dust
17
storm.
car pileup that killed 5 people, I think.
Look, that's old school. That's 1800s type things. Dust storm. When we
Yeah.
overfarmed and then damn storms came through, the wind came through, and it was all dirt and it's just
Right.
dust storms.
Well, yesterday when we walked out of the Civic Center, it had rained that morning. We had the storms come through. First thing in the morning, yesterday morning, I got a 6 o'clock wake up from the National Weather Service. We're going to have baseball size hail, they said.
Awesome.
And it was gone by noon, but when things started to clear, there was a haze over everything, Dan. I've never seen anything like it. And they're saying it came from Texas, from all of that shit.
All the debris in the air. Yeah. Look, Texas is known for its freaking wind. I tell you, when I used to ride my motorcycle back and forth to work, the scariest thing is to get hit with a blast of wind. You don't see it coming. I'd rather drive through the rain. Windy day in Texas.
Me too.
You just don't see it. I almost got blown off the highway one time. It scared the shit out of me, but yeah.
And you used to drive truck. I'm sure that you had situations not that extreme, but high winds, they'll fuck with an 18 wheeler.
Oh yeah, because they're already the suspension on the tractor and trailer, they're on airbags, air suspension. So any kind of wind change, you feel it.
Yeah.
And something like that, once it starts going, it's not coming back. It just goes. Especially if you're loaded.
Yeah.
Gone. That's why I'm amazed by how many of them flipped over. Why are they not on the CB saying, "Hey, we got problems here"?
Bro, don't come down whatever. I mean, dude, we're getting flipped over here, right? I mean, jeez, man, that's crazy. That is absolutely nuts. All right, that's it for Top of the Heap. Dude, look, give me a second to take a breath. You don't have to holler at me every second of the day.
Yo.
He said it's time for the jock strap. Quit
strapping of the jocks.
Strapping of the jock.
Ooh,
get it ready. Get ready. Be aware of your surroundings, Jay Cutler.
Man.
Come on, man. You got to know what's
jacking them up like nobody.
You got to know when Philip Seymour Hoffman is raining threes on you.
In the face.
You got to be prepared for the center. I mean, come on, boys and girls.
The jockstrap bleeding video is awesome, dude. It just is.
Oh, it is. It's great. We're never going to change that one for sure. NFL free agency. It's been a whirlwind this week. There was so many articles. I said, hell with it. I'll just find one that lists everything. Geno Smith to the Raiders among moves with biggest ramifications. Well, what actually started the quarterback merry-go-round was when Stafford got re-signed with the Rams. A lot of teams were waiting on that, right? And so the first move after that was Geno Smith got signed by the Raiders. And once that happened, then Sam Darnold got signed by the Seattle Seahawks.
Wow.
Yeah, that's, he's a 14-win quarterback from last year.
I thought the Vikings would try to hold on to him.
They're going to go with the youth, man. They're going to go with McCarthy, the guy that won the national championship for Michigan that they drafted. They're going to go with him.
Good luck with that.
Yeah, Sam Darnold. We also ended up picking up Cooper Kupp, who the Rams let go because he's been injured. He's been on and off the field the last few years, but when he's on,
the Patriots are really looking at him.
He's like the modern day Wes Welker. Danny will tell you that. That guy gets open. That's just all there is to it. So
I know the Patriots were looking really heavy at him, but I guess he stays on the West Coast, right?
Yeah, so. He did. Justin Fields to the Jets looks intriguing to me. Aaron Glenn is running that team now and said, "I don't want you, Rodgers. We'll see you later." They parted ways, and they decided that Justin Fields would be a better fit for what they do.
Well, youth movement, so
yeah. He
didn't play badly. He didn't play poorly with the Steelers.
He didn't, and that's what I was going to bring up with you, Dan. He didn't. I've not been a big fan of this kid, but I am a fan of how he handled when they put Russ in. Yeah. They were 4-2 after 6 games. With him at the helm. No, they weren't blowing the doors off of things, but he wasn't giving the ball up, and they were winning games.
He was not the cause of them losing.
He was not the cause of the 2 losses, right? Yeah. And they decided to go with Russ, and Russ got them to the playoffs, but Fields on the sideline, Fields did not bitch, did not moan. He was ready whenever his number was called, because occasionally they'd put him in on goal line situations because of his legs. And,
Sure.
he did not complain. And I didn't know this about him until I started researching this a little bit, Dan. He's apparently son of a military guy. So
Yeah.
he was basically an ROTC growing up and stuff. So
Mhm.
he's got that mentality, that team mentality. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
Mission first mentality. So,
Well, I think he's learned. He's definitely grown as a player, because when he came out, from Ohio State,
right.
right away he was said publicly that he had better wide receivers at Ohio State than he did there in Chicago. You don't do that.
Well, he gets the chance to prove that now with the Jets, because he's hooked back up with Wilson, right? Garrett Wilson played with him at Ohio State. So I think that's one of the main reasons why they got him, was to actually, have somebody on their team knows and can help improve,
Sure,
right?
and I
So
think you're looking at a more mature guy now.
yeah. Also, I wasn't shocked by this, but hey, maybe they see something they can do. Daniel Jones signs with the Colts. Now I'm pretty sure he's signing as a backup to that kid that they've got there already. But
Sports
Daniel Jones is going to be their backup plan. So
yeah, sports is the only profession where you can perform miserably and make
one playoff win,
have pay increases and
right. And Kenny Pickett went to the Browns. So now this goes on. There's a bunch of other things, but guess who hasn't been signed yet? Aaron Rodgers. He is still out there waiting. So
yeah, I don't
NFL
know.
free agency has been a trip. It really has. A lot of fast.
At this point, I don't know where he goes, where it's a good fit. I don't.
They're saying the Browns. They're saying the Giants is a possibility, because the Giants don't have a quarterback on the roster right now, Dan. They don't have one. It's sad. They're saying those two places are the leaders in the clubhouse for it. And maybe the Steelers. That they say maybe the Steelers. They might Steelers might be thinking about it. That could be why the Steelers signed. Here's another name that I couldn't believe left Seattle. DK Metcalf is gone. He's a Pittsburgh Steeler now.
Yeah. He's looking to win a Super Bowl. So
yeah. So if they're loading up
the Giants specifically,
yeah,
the Giants, they are.
They are cloaked in failure, no doubt.
They are. So I don't know what to do with that team. I mean, their general manager is not very good either.
No,
and
I don't know what to think of that. I mean, just look at what happened to him last year when they decided not to pay Saquon Barkley. He goes out and just nukes it.
Yeah,
for the team that picks him up and wins the Super Bowl.
You can see it all over Strahan's face when he's on Fox in the morning. He's like,
he just can't believe it, being the Giants homer that he is. But
the Giants are now where the Redskins were not too long ago. I mean, they have no direction, no identity.
Redskins made some good pickups now, Dan. They made some good pickups. They got Tunsil, the great left tackle from Houston. I don't know why they let that dude out the door, but your boy got a great guy. And didn't they get a wide receiver too? I can't remember who was it.
Yeah, he came from San Francisco. What's that guy's name?
Yeah, hang on. Deebo Samuel. Samuel. Yeah, he's going to be playing with your boy out there in Washington, man. Wow.
Look, offense is not their problem. They've got to be able to stop teams. They got to be able to stop teams,
That's a fact. But anyway, look, free agency has been wild and woolly. At the end of April, we're going to have our draft show, so be looking forward to that.
And Saints fans, don't worry, Derek Carr is still there. We restructured his contract, so we're solid.
Yeah, he's still there, all right. Dude, I know you want to see Spencer Rattler get a chance there.
I want to see anybody. I would like to see Spencer Rattler get the start and let him play.
Yeah. We're already for sure. When your new coach signed with him, he didn't commit to Carr at all. He left that very much in limbo.
No,
he's going to assess. I got a feeling Kellen Moore's going to assess what he's got and go with the hot hand, that kind of thing. Okay, moving away from the NFL, we got more in the jockstrap. You guys got to see this. I had to pull up the video of this. High school runner who hit opponent in head with baton faces assault and battery charges. Guys, here, I'm going to go ahead and turn the sound on so you can hear this. You be the judge. Here's the video. They say a picture says 1,000 words. You guys let me know what you think of this, okay?
This morning, a high school track runner accused of attacking her opponent with a baton now faces assault and battery charges. But she insists it was an accident.
I'm sorry I hit her. I didn't mean to hit her. It was intentional.
It happened during a relay race at the Virginia High School League Championships. Kayleen Tucker was passing Alayla Everett when Everett appeared to suddenly swing her baton, hitting Tucker in the back of the head, sending her to the ground. Everett says it happened because she lost her balance.
Okay. Yeah, it sure looks like she reared back and hit that chick in the head. I don't
She looked like Thor right there. With the fucking hammer, dude.
The only thing she wasn't doing was swinging it with a tether, right?
Scare.
Man, I couldn't believe it when I saw that. I was like, you gonna pass me? Whack!
I'm telling you, man. She's like, hey, what? I scared.
What is this?
Roll? I've never seen that before. I have never seen that.
I haven't either. That was very strange, man.
And for that young lady to sit there and say it wasn't intentional.
Yeah.
Well, what kind of world do you live
in? Okay. We'll see how that works out for you.
Your parents sitting there
also, let me see. Also, or I should say, lastly, in the jockstrap this week, Le'Veon Bell's lawyers up after jury slaps him with $25 million judgment for allegedly violating his cousin's. What does that say? Since grade school, violating his cousin.
This is disturbing. What? Okay, so they had a trial by jury. He doesn't show. He doesn't plead. He doesn't do anything. He doesn't even show up. So because he doesn't show up, she's awarded $25 million. He was grooming her since she was like 8 years old.
Ooh.
Yeah, this guy right here is, and it went on for decades, dude.
Oh.
Yeah, he's a real piece of work, this guy. But yeah, she was awarded $25 million. Whether she'll get it or not, that's the other thing. But yeah, that guy's. You read that article, that's disturbing right there.
Oh man,
Le'Veon Bell. That's it.
Le'Veon Bell. Well, you know what? He was kind of a head case when he played too. He was talented though. Guy was talented.
Hey, you could be a great football player and be a freaking perverted
murderer. You can be a straight up murderer and play football.
Straight up murderer, man.
Dude, yeah. I mean, what was that? I can't remember the Los Angeles Rams defensive end's name that killed somebody driving drunk.
Look at the
Never
tight
slowed
end
him down.
The tight end for the Patriots. That guy was a serial killer.
Yeah.
He was a great freaking tight end.
Yeah, he was.
Wackadoo.
The juice. Not right. We're forgetting the poster child for committing murder and getting away with it, right? Gridiron Masters, it's good to see you, man. Awesome One says, Joe is a great video game player. Thank you, sir. I appreciate that. We all know that's
best.
I play every game I play on puss mode. That's it, exactly.
What the fuck?
Let's see. Awesome One says, that's my paycheck. Don't use pass me, woman. Don't you pass me, woman. Yeah, okay, I got you. That was funny, man. Okay, so next up. Oh my gosh, get off my back, man. Yo. He says, time for the flicks, Dan. Okay, guys, let's go. It's time for the flicks. Come on, man. We got to do it, bro.
Dude, that lead is a killer video. Oh, Indiana. That's my dude.
Paul Rudd, baby.
Paul
Rudd. You know Paul Rudd is the one, bro.
Red card, take my ass right to hell.
A red chariot to take my ass straight to hell, man. A red chariot, bro.
Oh,
red car. It's a red chariot.
I
love it when as soon as he sees it, he's going, no. He backs up all the way across the road and almost gets hit by a car. Doesn't even see it. Fucking great.
That's a great movie, dude.
If you guys don't know this movie that's referenced right here, this is a movie called Used Cars, and you should watch it if you've never seen it. It is fantastic.
Who directed that movie?
That was a young Robert Zemeckis, the guy that made Forrest Gump and Back to the Future and all that stuff. Yeah. A very young Robert Zemeckis made that movie, and it was produced by the father of great storytelling, Steven Spielberg.
Steven Spielberg. I knew
Yeah,
Spielberg's
great names
name was
behind that.
attached to that thing.
Remember the judge hanging
yeah.
Harry Harrison?
Yes.
He wasn't he the dad? No, he was grandpa on the Munsters, right? That's it. Yeah. Are you absolutely sure you understood the gentleman's question? Dude, watch Used Cars, guys. If you've never seen that movie, watch it. Let's see. Wade says, let's fucking go. That's because he wants to see the video. Of course he does. That's why they all do it.
Let's fucking go. Let's fucking go.
Good to see you, man. Good to see you, Wade. All right, let's get into the numbers, boys and girls. We've got not many people, like I said, not many people going to the movies, man. Nothing is in double digits this week. Novocaine. Do you know what this one's about, Dan?
Nope.
It's your boy from The Boys, the human, the one who the kid, man, the kid that runs around with Carl Urban in it, dude. The one whose girlfriend got killed by the speedster in the opening episode of The Boys.
He the son of a Quaid?
Yes, he is. Yes, he is. He is.
And the only reason why I know that is because my wife told me that.
Yeah, I heard it this week too. I think he's Randy Quaid's son. But anyway, Novocaine, it looks to me like Mr. Nobody and Kick-Ass, because this guy, the whole thing is he can't feel pain. So, anyway, Novocaine was the tops with 8.7 million. Okay. Mickey 17, which came out last week, had a 60% drop. It's down to 7.5 million. Black Bag debuted this weekend with 7.5 million. Captain America Brave New World has dropped to number 4.
Nosedive.
It's not doing well, man. My man Awesome One says Captain Kami is a flop. Not doing well. And it hasn't gotten to 200 million. I don't think it's going to make it to 200 million. I really don't. And number 5 is The Day the Earth Blew Up, a Looney Tunes movie. So that's the bunch for this week. Also in the flicks, I could not believe this was getting a sequel. This is, I know me and Danny sacrilegious, he says, because you can't make a sequel to perfection, right? You can't. Can you?
It's like Super Trooper 2. Why would you do that? No.
Why would you do that, right? This is Spinal Tap sequel lands at Bleecker Street for September release.
Spinal Tap 1 already went to 11. So there you go.
It already went to 11. Yeah. And that's what, guys, I got to show you this. This is the teaser, and this is all we get. All we get is the amp turned up to 11. That's all we get. Plugging in the Marshall. Turning them all up to 11, bro. Turning them all up to 11. This is all we get in the teaser. This is it. Infinity! They got an infinity switch, bro. Look out. Stonehenge. The end continues.
Oh, damn it. I'm going to end up watching this stupid thing.
You are, Daniel. It's one of the greatest fucking movies ever.
Rob Reiner, is he still alive?
Yes, he directed it. He directed that movie. And
okay,
it's got the 3 original guys in it. Yeah.
I will check it out.
If
Rob Reiner's associated, then I'll check it out.
Yes, Rob Reiner directed it. Yes.
No doubt.
This is Shark and Tap, he says. Someone says Shark and Tap. Yes.
Shark and Tap.
But yeah, if you've never seen the original, guys, go watch the original. It's it's shot in mockumentary style. That's what they call this, a mockumentary. That means it's a documentary, but about a fictional band. Yeah. It is so hilarious, man. It's so good.
Yeah, and if you haven't seen the first one, you owe it to yourself to watch the first one
because it's so great. Outrageous. Yeah,
it's really good. Yeah,
of course. We've got Lenny from Lenny and Squiggy on Laverne and Shirley. He's one of the guys. Christopher Guest, who is the dude that is in the clip about but this one goes to 11. And he's also married by the way, if you don't know, guys, he's married to Jamie Lee Curtis, has been for 40 years. They were married in 1984 and been together forever. And Harry Shearer, who anybody that's watched The Simpsons, he does half the voices on that show. So it's three great comical minds. You will love it. And by the way, a little bit of trivia now that I'm thinking about it. Lenny and Squiggy, Lenny and Squiggy are in used cars. They're the ones producing the pirate commercials.
They're the IT guys.
Yeah, right. If I can build and install a pacemaker in this man's chest, I can damn well bounce a microwave off a satellite. That's too damn funny, man. What's up, Low Spec Linux Gaming? It's good to see you, Penguin Master, in the house. Okay, finally. Well, I say finally, but we've got something else in the flicks this week. We got a subsection that's got a lot in it. But as far as the flicks goes this week, Harry star Jesse Cave joins OnlyFans to post sensual hair videos. Lavender Brown actor wants to get out of debt and fix up her home. She's a smaller character on the Harry Potter franchise, but
sensual hair videos.
He didn't manage her money well, or didn't get paid squat for her little part. But yeah, sensual hair videos. I don't know what that could mean. I sure hope it's not trimming styles and stuff. You know, that would. Ew. I'm scared, man. I'm scared. We're gonna have to switch subjects really quick before this goes off the rails, man. And you know what it's time for? We haven't had much action in this part of the show here recently, but guess what? We got activity in this week.
Sensual hair styling it killed the vibe of this.
Well, this guy's the king of sensual hairstyling, isn't he?
Diddy.
Yeah, Diddy. No, I forget. He's the baby oil.
He's
king.
the baby oil king, dude.
Baby oil king. Yeah. The Diddy files this week, boys and girls. We got some Diddy files this week.
You talk about oil slick. That's this guy right here, man.
I'm telling you, man.
He's not
He's making it rain with some baby oil.
He is not a friend to the environment at all, dude.
Let's see. Awesome one says, brought to you by Vidal Sassoon.
You know what I'm saying?
Talking about those sensual hair videos.
Sensual hair videos, man. I don't even know what that even
we got to move on, man. I'm getting too many visions in my head here. Oh my God. Feds hit Diddy with forced labor claims in sex trafficking case. Reject move by rapper to suppress digital evidence. Now this has to do with the much maligned video of him beating up his girlfriend.
Nothing to see here.
Well, he's also got this. Diddy's rape case lists more high-profile names, including Drusky. I don't know who that is. Shane Pierce, Odell Beckham. I know who that guy is. And Jaguar, Wright, and others.
Well, this one lady, she's come out publicly, and she's named this Drewski and Odell Beckham, and the dates she's naming, it's coming to find out it's purely fictional.
Yeah.
She's just trying to jump in and make some money.
Mm-hmm.
Apparently, this is not the first time she's done that against Diddy, which might mean something. But the people that she's dragging into it have solid alibis for the dates she's bringing up. So,
okay,
yeah, that's the
one that we got here. Yeah.
Yep.
So, fighting back against the bullshit that people are trying to drag Diddy's name down with. Hey. We knew a lot of this was going to surface as soon as he got so many allegations. What was it initially? 120 allegations against him. And so everybody's going to try and pick the bones. But yeah, so we got that. And what else do we have? This one caught my eye. Oh my gosh,
Sam's Club. That's what's up, man. Oh,
that is what's up. Police chief accused of helping cover up gang rape allegedly carried out by Sean Diddy Combs.
Yeah, that's in conjunction with that
That's the same
previous
one?
Yeah.
Yep. Mm-hmm. This is the guy right here.
The two individuals she names other than P. Diddy, they were either not in California, and the other guy wasn't even known at that point. So
wow.
but they're alleging that the police chief covered it up and all blah blah blah. So
We'll see what happens. We will definitely keep an eye on it. Also, hip hop artist Sean Diddy Combs pleads guilty ahead of May sex trafficking trial. Apparently, he had to enter a plea finally, and there it is, boys and girls.
he pled not guilty.
Not guilty.
Yeah.
Not guilty. Not guilty in sex trafficking. There you go. Epstein Jr. pleads not guilty.
Boy, yeah. I mean, what's he gonna do? Guilty and then just
Right.
get smashed, you know?
In other news, water is wet.
I mean, jeez. We'll see how it goes, man. You know,
Yeah, we'll see how
all
it
about
goes.
damage control for his team now.
Look, when they start this trial, it's going to be bigger than it might be bigger than the OJ trial, man. It might be. There's going to be a lot of people watching that thing, dude, on a daily basis. You know they are.
Are they going to televise it? Have they said that's up to the judge, right?
Right. It is. It is. It's up to the judge whether it's going to get televised or not. Yes. But anyway, yeah, it's going to be huge. That's for sure. All right, boss, man, take it easy.
Yo.
He said it is time for the earthquakes, bro.
Oh,
Yes.
oh, man, it sucks.
My girl has to try and put her.
Look, they're driving down the center lane. They don't see those big cracks coming down the road at them. They just keep on driving same lane. I'm gonna chance it. It's like those knuckleheads on the, well, I'm the 7th truck to come through the winds. Maybe I can.
Right. Maybe I can make it. I can cut it.
Just
Just right.
drive. Check me out.
Awesome one says more like nut guilty. Diddy enters a plea of nut guilty. That's right. Okay. So here, our first story tonight has to do with, believe it or not, Joe Biden.
Joe Biden.
More proof that we were really living in Weekend at Biden's America. Biden's auto pen signature appears on most official documents, raising concerns over who controlled the White House.
Now they're concerned.
Now they're concerned with it, bro. Now they're concerned.
Now a warning. Again, dude. I mean, it's just another case of
Please disperse. Nothing to see here.
playing us for suckers, man.
Oh man, just
absolutely playing us for suckers. Now they're concerned.
Now they're concerned with it, man. Now they're concerned with it. It's just crazy, dude. It's absolutely nuts.
You can tell the way he was walking around.
Yeah, they didn't let him in front of the press unless he had handlers with him, and you didn't see. Look, Trump gets in front of the press every damn day.
Oh, yeah.
Every day he's in front of them, with no filter too. No filter.
Lies.
What?
Fake lies.
Yeah. Fake news. You are fake
Calls
news.
them out.
Fake news. Dude, did you see the footage of him outside the White House trying to help his boy Elon out?
No, I didn't.
I should have grabbed some of that because I
not.
forgot about that. Well, I think it was actually last week.
Chunking the bird at people or something like that?
They're selling Teslas for him. He's telling them how great this car is, doing the accordion thing. Yeah, it's a huge, great car. It's all computerized. Yeah. And he gets in the Tesla and says, it's a great car. Think I'm going to buy one of these. He's trying to help Elon out, and I'll show you why here in a little bit. But anyway, getting back into the earthquake.
They are together on that thing, Dick, for better or worse.
We're going to be together on this. If I got to ride your ass like Zorro.
I'm telling you, you're going to show me the money.
Let's see. Maybe Biden never left the bunker in 2020.
Didn't.
Yeah, right? We might have been looking at a clone the entire time.
Hologram.
LA District Attorney says he won't support resentencing the Mendez brothers because they lied. Now, I got to tell you, I'm glad to hear some sense come out of this from somebody in Los Angeles. That is, they've had this all over the news here the last month or so about them trying to get resentenced so they can get out of jail. And I'm like,
they slaughtered their parents, man.
They killed their parents. And of course, their defense has always been that they were being sexually abused by the father. And,
okay.
Hey,
I'm not buying that because number one, they can't defend themselves anyway because you murdered them.
right?
They're dead, so they can't dispute your bullshit.
Right. Exactly. They can't. I don't understand it. We all know they killed him, so I don't know about that.
Murderers.
Yeah. Resentencing the Mendez brothers. People's fascination with people that kill people is just weird to me. I don't get it.
Kill people.
Thousands of Mexicans rally with president to celebrate U.S. decision to delay tariffs. Now that right there should show you how much they depend on our economy down in Mexico.
Thousands.
Yeah, tens of thousands of people have packed Mexico City's main plaza to celebrate the president. Claudia Sheinbaum is a decision by the U.S. to postpone tariffs on many of the country's goods. So, good for them, man. Good for them. That means she did something to make him not want to do it, right? So, there you go.
Well,
but they're really happy about it. Tens of thousands are showing up.
I think his whole end game is to level the playing field as far as goods and services goes, and tariffs and things of that nature. It's got to be balanced. I mean, so I think that's what he's trying to do. He's definitely the North is digging in, so we'll see how that goes, right? So,
Awesome One says Arizona is basically a colony of Mexico for the cartels.
Cartels.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. I've got friends that live there, but I don't know much about it. Tulsi Gabbard pulls security clearances for top Biden officials and those who went after Trump. In addition to former Secretary of State Anthony Blinken and National Security Advisor Jake Sullivan, clearances were also revoked for the New York Attorney General and the Manhattan DA. So she's hard at work already on tightening things up with the intelligence system.
Yeah.
Let's see what else we got here. Police are barricading Tesla cars and dealerships as people rage against Elon Musk's machine. Now, if you haven't seen the footage, there's a lot of protests going on outside of the Tesla organization, their plants and everything. And look, I get it. People are losing their jobs, man. And he's the point man. He's the face of it.
Yep.
So, yeah, he's got to expect repercussions. Also, we got this story. Tesla loses $127 billion in one day. This is when Trump came out there and was trying to help him sell Teslas.
Yeah.
Market bloodbath as China car group questions Musk's pursuit of personal glory. Talking about the DOGE stuff.
Like that just shows you how volatile the stock market is. I mean, a word, a phrase could tip, stocks one way or the other drastically.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean,
I hope Elon didn't think he was going to get into this and there were going to be no repercussions. You know what I mean? Because
you never know. The bubble that these people live in, he may, but the only thing that those people understand is money. And we'll see how it goes. Look, we talked about it before. What they're doing now is, in essence, the party's over. And somebody's got to clean up the mess. And there's a big mess at the state, local, and federal level. We're too bloated, got too much money going out. And, in the private sector, you audit, you look at things. If they're not working, you get rid of them. So
but that hasn't been the case for
no, it has not. And now you're trying to do that. And unfortunately, a lot of people are going to be affected. People are going to lose their jobs. Families are going to be destroyed. But it's got to start somewhere. We can't continue to spend and raise debt limits and survive. So, I pray for the people that are getting smashed. But our politicians on both sides of the aisle put us here.
Yep.
And now you got our current administration is trying to fix it. And I said this before. They have the supermajority. They need to be pushing that balanced budget amendment. I mean, now's the time to do it. You know?
Absolutely.
So we'll see.
Brittany Holberg, inmate on Texas death row for 27 years, has her conviction tossed by federal appeals court. In a 2-1 decision, the U.S. Fifth Circuit Court of Appeals last week sent Brittany Marlowe Holberg's 1998 murder conviction back down to a trial court to be decided to decide how to proceed.
Yeah, there was some evidence that was withheld in the initial trial that has come to light. So it's been kicked back down, and you may have a retrial, you may have a mistrial. Something's going to happen now. But yeah, the DA's office they withheld. The person that dropped a dime on her was a paid informant. Okay, so and the DA went into the prison system and were looking for somebody that could corroborate a story to get the conviction, and they went to a paid informant. And that later on, this paid informant has come clean about, I lied and blah blah blah. So yeah, it's a mess, right? And this lady's been she's been in prison. I think she's on death row. So yeah, It's been kicked back down, and yeah. Look, when you get a DA's office that's convinced somebody's guilty, there's no end to where they'll go to get that conviction.
Yeah, I hear you. It's I'm glad to see the legal process work correctly. It looks like this has been in appeals for a while. If it's 27 years later, that's been in appeals for a while. And you've got organizations. I can't remember the name of that one. Who were those guys? You've seen the hurricane with Denzel, haven't you, Dan?
Yeah.
Okay. That was a real organization that they worked for the convicted's rights if they are falsely accused,
Sure.
Sure. Yeah. That's good to see that work.
Well, we'll see. Maybe we can follow that one, see where that leads.
Speaking of working and losing your job, I want to pronounce this right. Fires 2,000. Wait a minute. Is that Haktua? Is that the Haktua girl? Fires 2,000 striking prison guards and bans them from future state jobs. This is the governor of New York we're talking about here.
Yeah.
She said they continue to strike and will be fired and banned from future state jobs. Said they're striking illegally. So that's very interesting to me. Just going to hire more prison guards, I guess. I don't know what the deal is there, but hey, what you going to do there?
That's
New York,
right there, prison guards. That's that I wouldn't want to do.
This
understaffed.
Things are getting crazy in the government, boys and girls. Listen to this one. USAID. I'm never going to say USAID because it makes it sound like it's feeding the poor or something. USAID official tells staffers shred and burn your documents.
Why?
The document destruction order marks the latest step to dismantle the agency.
Why would you need to shred and burn documents?
Why would you have to do that if you're doing nothing
wrong? What is that all about?
Why would you have to do that if you were doing nothing wrong?
I mean, honestly, again, these headlines are, I really question a lot of headlines that I read anymore. Did you read the article? I mean,
Yes, I did. It was an email that was sent out. Let's see. Let me see exactly. Former headquarters, Washington, Tuesday for all-day group effort to destroy documents stored there, many of which contain sensitive information. The materials earmarked for destruction included contents of the agency's classified safes and personal documents at the Ronald Reagan building. Now, it was an email that was sent out.
Yeah.
The email didn't provide any reason for the document destruction. But it was a senior staffer that sent this email.
Well, yeah, and I'm sure that email, people that saw it understood what he's saying. So, I mean, that's a language thing, whatever.
Yep.
So, yeah, why do you need to shred and burn documents if there's nothing?
If there's
nothing to see here.
Why would you
beat me to it, you sorry sapsucker?
Yeah, why would you be shredding if there's nothing bad going on?
Right.
Again, we as taxpayers pay for these things.
They want to burn receipts. That's what it is, bro. Yeah. I hear you. Awesome one. I hear you. Let's see. Next up. Judge orders Trump. Now, like I said, we got checks and balances. He can do all these executive orders he wants. But judge orders Trump administration to reinstate thousands of fired employees at VA, Defense Department, and other agencies. So there are checks and balances. It's going to run through the courts, and they're basically here's the thing. I don't know who I was talking to the other day, but we were talking about all these cuts going on and stuff like that. And yeah, they're going to go through the courts and see if they get their jobs back or not, but they're going to lose a lot of these people just because they can't afford not to have a job. They're going to go find another job. They're going to lose a lot through attrition this way. And that may be the main goal of this. You know what I mean? But like I said, we've got checks and balances, and they're going to go through the court system.
Well, I think the end goal is to cut out waste.
Yeah, exactly. But you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah. It just seems like they're trying to get a lot done in a very short.
Yeah, they're cleaving. They're cleaving at it, and people that aren't, people that live paycheck to paycheck, they're going to go get another job, so they're not coming back to work. You know what I mean? Yeah. So that's one way they're going to lose them is through attrition. So, but anyway, let's see what's next here. Second federal judge. Here's another one. Second federal judge orders temporary reinstatement of thousands of probationary employees fired by Trump administration. So yeah, this stuff is going to go through the court system.
Yeah,
we've still got checks and balances, boys and girls, for sure. Let's see. This was weird. Cuba suffers nationwide power outage, plunging millions into darkness. Cuba's power grid collapsed Friday night, triggering a nationwide power outage and plunging its more than 10 million people into darkness. That is crazy, man. An entire country. Of course, it's a small one, but still, good Lord.
But still,
that's crazy.
It's weird to see that happen. Well, it's like Delaware. The state of Delaware or something.
Yeah, right. Rhode Island. Yeah. Rhode Island gets.
But still, for the people that live there, it must have been pretty scary, right? So,
awesome one says, Canada got them.
Right.
Because Canada has been deciding to cut off some power to the U.S. that they supply. But it's back and forth thing with the tariffs. Let's see. This one was crazy. Postal worker deposited 98 stolen checks worth $1.7 million. Feds say he's convicted.
Wow, he just got crazy with it, didn't he? Gee whiz.
44-year-old. Oh my God.
There you go. There you go.
Muchimba.
Just smash through it, dude. Fuck.
Of an array of fraud and mail and theft charges, the U.S. Attorney's Office for District of Columbia announced on March 14th. Yeah,
1.7 mil.
Yeah, depositing checks in his own bank account that he was supposed to be delivering to people. What the hell, man?
Well, I mean, you got to question the banking, institution he's using. Do they not look at names on checks or verify?
This guy all of a sudden has $1 million.
Yeah, thank you for depositing in our bank. Yeah, cool, man.
Appreciate it, man. Thanks a lot.
No problem. Yeah, we'll take it. Mr. McGinty? Yeah, okay.
Mr. Muchimba?
You know what I'm saying?
That's crazy, man.
Never ask anybody for that.
Trump administration deports hundreds under sweeping wartime authority despite judges' pause. Now, what they're talking about here is, you remember when he named a bunch of different factions as terrorist groups?
Absolutely.
These people are all members of those gangs. That
look, hey, I'm down for that. If they are active members of these gangs, they are terrorists. Because look, it's not just in Arizona. It's all over our country.
It is.
They have factions all over our country.
Absolutely, man.
So,
it's a fact. They're all over the place. I mean, there were stories this summer about them taking over apartment complexes in the Colorado, the state of Colorado. Yep. It's crazy.
They're all in Texas.
All right, boys and girls.
They're all in the Gulf states. For sure. They're all in the Gulf states. For sure.
No, yeah, it ain't just the Gulf states.
Yourself, you don't think they're not in your state.
That's right. That's right. They move all over. Hey, man, we got look, this is not Europe. You can move state to state without your papers. Yeah. You know what I mean?
Papers to get into
you don't need the papers. You can go state to state, and with like your state, and your governor saying, "Yeah, we're not a friggin' sanctuary place. We're going to send these people out of here." Yeah, they're shotgunning those people all over the U.S.
There you go. There you go.
What's going on, Das Wolfen? Good to see you,
Das
man.
Wolfen.
He says, "Sorry, I was playing Fallout London and got sidetracked." You don't have to apologize, brother. That's what replays are for. It's good to see you, Das Wolfen. Good to see you.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Let's see. Next up, boys and girls, we're still in earthquakes, but we got a subset of that too. We've got the people that we send to speak for us. The people that we think can really send our message on Capitol Hill or the city or the state or whatever.
For the poor and trodden down pipples.
The poor and trodden down pipples are represented by America's best and brightest. Wouldn't it be funny if that's what they look like at the men's club after a long day on Capitol Hill?
It is. I'm telling you, it is. Bunch of freaks, man. I'm telling you. I mean, just because they got tailored suits doesn't mean they're any better than us, man.
Right. DOGE, Danny's favorite word. DOGE. Not to be confused with douche. Says 312 million in loans were given to children during COVID pandemic. Children.
Kids need money too, dude. Come on now.
I don't know if they need $312 million. Don't
be age shaming me, man.
Am I age shaming now? Oh,
Don't be age shaming me, man.
No, man, no. Multiple outages at X caused by massive cyber attack, Musk claims. Scale of attack suggests role of a country or coordinated group, Musk claimed.
China.
Happened. I was...
China.
Yeah, right. China Beach. Yeah, like I said earlier, if Musk thought he was going to do all this and not have any repercussions from it, then he was sorely mistaken, because he's dealing with a whole lot of people's money, and people get upset about that. So
he just looks me as somebody that just doesn't care.
He doesn't. Yeah, he's got more than he knows what to do with it. But this one, Danny sent me. I had to laugh at this one. And what I hate is when Fox News puts something up, their video never reflects what the headline is. I always have to scroll down for the picture. But we got AOC slapped with ethics complaint over troubling expenses made to dance company. What the hell?
Yeah,
AOC has called the allegation of wrongdoing 100% wrong.
I mean, what's she going to say? What is she going to say?
What is she going to say? Right.
Yeah, I did that shit. I'll do it again.
The Bombazzo Dance Company Incorporated?
I don't know. She's got somebody that's, affiliated or whatever, but apparently there's guidelines of where you can spend, donation monies to campaigns and things of that nature. And this does not fall under those guidelines. So, she's being looked at for that. So
AOC. Yeah.
Best and brightest, dude.
Best and brightest, bro.
Nobody's looking.
We even got a subsection on best and brightest, my brother. We got a subsection on that too. And you know what it's called? You know what we call that? We call that the Trump cards.
Trump cards.
We got the Trump cards going on. We got some Trump cards this week. We got a lot of Trump cards this week, man.
He's all over
Trump cards. Ever since he started using his favorite word, tariff, we got tons of Trump cards. Huge tariffs.
Huge.
Don't forget the accordion movement, man. You got to move back and forth with the hands. Huge tariffs. Speaking of tariffs, we've got Trump imposing sweeping 25% steel and aluminum tariffs. Canada and Europe swiftly retaliate with tariffs of their own. Of course, they're going to. Looks like,
tariffs.
Canada and us are just not getting along too well.
No.
EU retaliates as Trump steel and aluminum tariffs take effect. They are
EU. Whatever.
Yeah. Yep. The EU.
EU.
PU? Is that what you're saying?
EU.
Well, you can also describe those folks in another way. You know that, don't you? You could also describe those folks as
You little play-face, disloyal buck.
No doubt.
let's see what else we got here. Oh yeah, this one. Yeah, we're already hearing about this. Linda McMahon's the head of it now, and the education department cutting nearly half of its workforce.
There you go.
And we've also got, having to do with that, we've got students will suffer harm. Education department's civil rights office gutted by layoffs and closures. Yeah. You know, like you said earlier, people are going to be affected by this stuff.
Yeah.
And this one right here in particular, I don't think they understand exactly what's going on here. The current administration wants to give all the decisions when it comes to the education of our children back to the states is what they
States'
want to
rights.
do. They want to get rid of this government department completely.
That is fundamental to our country. States' rights.
States' rights. Yeah. Each state has the right to do certain parts of how they manage their
Your
population.
state representatives are going to have to start buckling down and doing a better job.
Yeah, absolutely. No doubt. But yeah, that's what's going on here. This isn't just a slash and burn thing. They really want to get that move back. Now, here's the thing. I don't know if the cleaver thing is the way to go. That I understand we need to make cutbacks, but I'd like to see them explain it a little bit better and just not get the hatchet out. You know what I mean? Explain which jobs are being lost and that kind of thing, so we can know what's going on. But
well, when it's a quagmire like it is, you can explain whatever, but the people that are being affected, they don't want to hear your explanations. They don't want to hear that at all.
Mm-hmm.
There's no easy way to do that.
Yeah,
our politicians have put us in this position.
Mm-hmm.
Something's got to be done. Is it nobody paying attention to the freaking national debt? That's not just a fucking arbitrary thing. That's a real thing.
Yeah, it is.
They signed a bill to keep the government open.
Yeah.
Raise the fucking debt limit. I keep going back to the house. You don't run your house that way.
That one's right here. I was bringing that up here.
Poorhouse. You don't. That's just basic economics, man. And
yeah, he signed the funding bill put before him to avert the government shutdown. But you're right; they haven't done the budget yet. They haven't done the budget yet. So, but
I mean, you want to cut and slash? Put a fucking budget together.
Mm-hmm.
You clowns up there that we send up there. I mean, you can't just spend our money just blowing through it because it's not theirs. They don't care.
Mm-hmm.
They don't care. That's why you don't get a balanced budget, because they want to be able to do what they want when they want to.
Yep. Also, he's got, after what the EU said, Trump threatens retaliatory 200% tariff on European wine after EU proposes American whiskey tax.
Get them where it hurts, man, in the wine.
Dude, I mean, they're going after the whiskey. We got to hit the wine, don't we? We got to fight fire with enhanced radiation weaponry, right? That's from used cars too, Dan. Fight fire with enhanced radiation weapon. Oh my God, this is too.
No, I just can't help but think back to the World Wars and how we stepped in there to save freaking Europe, and they act like that just never happens, right?
Right. Yeah.
America's no good. Okay.
Yeah. We suck. Yeah.
Okay.
We suck. You know that. We do suck. Also, now this one, dude, if this comes to pass, I'd like to know how he's going to pay for this. No taxes if you earn less than $150,000 a year. Donald Trump's plan explained. He says, I know what his goal is. No tax for anybody making under $150,000 a year. That's what I'm working for. Lutnick told CBS News on Wednesday. That's Howard Lutnick. He is the Commerce Secretary. So he said that major tax cuts could be implemented without causing spiraling national debt through tackling overseas tax fraud. And my question is, if we got overseas tax fraud, how come DOGE didn't go after that first thing? You know what I mean?
You know why.
Okay.
You know why.
Okay.
Got investments. We got monies. We got relationships.
Offshore accounts.
You know why. Come on now.
Yeah. Tax-free. Yeah. Okay. Appeals court allows Trump administration to enforce anti-DEI executive orders. Now, this one right here, the diversity, equity, inclusion stuff, it seems like a lot of companies are glad this is going away. And this seems to be a trend here lately. A lot of the like entertainment corporations and different companies that have been hurt by these policies are glad to see this go away. So that's one thing he did say in his first speech to Congress that I really liked, that we were going to move to a more merit-based, get the best person for the job kind of thing.
Sure. I mean, and if
that
that
checking
was,
boxes, you know what I'm saying? So
that was truly the case where somebody without bias looks at a hiring group and hires the best person, that's in a perfect world.
Yeah,
that works.
Yep.
We don't live in a perfect world.
No, we don't.
We don't.
Okay. Let's see. What else we got here? Hang on. Make sure I got this. Oh yeah, this is the last one. Sorry. Sometimes I lose track of what I'm doing here. Trump signs order to dismantle 7 agencies focused on media, libraries, and homelessness. Let's see. The president directed the government entities to be eliminated to the maximum extent consistent with applicable laws, insisting they reduce the performance of their statutory functions and associated personnel. It orders the heads of each entity to submit a report to the Office of Management and Budget confirming full compliance within 7 days. Wow. Dismantling 7 agencies. That's crazy.
Well, I mean, in the private sector, you look at your operation and you cut out what is not useful.
Right. Mm-hmm. That's it. Like you said,
in government, you just create more agencies, create more jobs. And how do you pay for those jobs? You just raise taxes. Hell with it.
Yeah.
You buy more votes that way. There you go.
They're trying to get rid of the waste and fraud.
Yes.
And it's going to be painful. It's going to be a painful process.
Real families are going to be affected.
Mm-hmm.
It's what it is. People
I just
yell
hope it has the desired effect.
So why are taxes? I wish my tax dollars were. The reason why our tax dollars are so high is because there's so much government bloatation.
Yep.
Inefficiency. So somebody had to come in here and start cutting that shit out. Now you got, we can all thank our politicians for this mess that we're in.
Yep. That's a fact, man. That is a fact. I just hate to see it for, there's going to be people that are doing a good job at what they're doing that are going to lose jobs. And that's the thing. That's the people I feel the worst for.
Innocence will be affected.
Yep.
And again, I can't say this enough. Our politicians are to blame for that.
Yep.
And inevitably we are, because we keep voting the same people in.
Well, it all flipped this time around, and hopefully all the things they're trying to do in this first 2 years before the midterms, we'll find out midterms whether it worked or not. Because if the economy's in the crapper by then they will vote all these people out and turn over a new bunch to come in. So they need to make the right decisions.
Now's the time for that balanced budget amendment. They have the supermajority. They can do that.
They need to do it. They need to do it. That needs to be a big target for them to do. Okay. That, boys and girls, is the end of the best and of the brightest. Oh boy, that last guy, I can't remember his name. I love him. A fact, Jack. A fact, Jack. Awesome one says. He says decades of corruption, baby. Yep, it's true.
Yeah,
and it's going to be a painful process getting out of it. But I pray for those people that are losing their jobs, though, man.
Yeah.
But If everything works out the way he wants it to work out, we're going to get more manufacturing jobs. There's going to be more jobs created by what he's doing. We already got word of people moving. I think it was
Honda.
I can't remember which one. Was it Honda? Is that who it was? They're planning on moving here instead of building in Mexico. That's what we're trying to get done. That will create good paying jobs. Anybody that's worked in GM plants or any of these car companies knows that is a great job. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but then you have to
for that.
Those unions, man. Those things are just, they're bloated.
They are.
Just drives up cost of the vehicles. That's why so many people buy foreign jobs.
Yeah. Don't get me started about unions. Oof. You want to talk about non-merit based? That's a union. There's a whole lot to do with tenure with that bunch. You know what I mean? So
that's our challenge here in the United States. The one is to find a workforce that's willing to work a full-time gig, and two, for a wage that is affordable for both the employee and the business owner. You know,
the company. Yep. Mm-hmm.
So
let's see.
We like pay $25 an hour to flip a freaking burger. You know?
Yeah, that's insane to me. That job is not supposed to get you through 50 years.
It's a living wage, bro. It's a living wage.
Oh, whatever. I don't make a living wage, Dan. I don't. So, and I'm here on YouTube talking to you. So
but that's a challenge.
I manage my money better than the friggin' government does, though.
That's going to be our challenge as a nation is to find a workforce that is willing to work.
Yep.
As somebody who hires and fires people, I can tell you, it's tough to find people that want to work.
Well, what's the average age of the people working for you? 40?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's older people.
I just hired another guy. The last two guys I hired, they were sub 30. They were late for their first day of work.
Oh.
First day of work. So I let him go.
Oh.
The guy that I just hired, he did well over the weekend. He's well into his 40s.
Yeah. Weekly Chinese factories are going because employees haven't been paid for months. Yeah, I've heard those stories. I need to grab one of those and put it on here one of these days. But I can't do it tonight because the boss has already talked to my ear.
Yo.
He says,
Yo.
He said, put your jockstrap on.
Oh.
He said, get the chin strap buckled up, get the pads on, because it's time to turn out the light.
I have the utmost respect for Kurt Warner for going in there.
And doing what? Getting murdered?
Getting fucking obliterated. Getting vaporized. What was that linebacker's name, Dan? Bobby McRae?
Robbie McRae. Yep.
Name should have been on the blotter, bro. Come on, bro.
Sure. With the extension, bro.
Lifted and separated. It's like a good bra. He lifted and separated.
Look, we had a bunch of freaking pirates on that defense, dude. You talk about man-eaters. Those guys were bad to the bone.
They were bad to the bone, and they were coached to be that way by, in my opinion, one of the greatest defensive coaches of all time, Greg Williams, whose mantra was hit the quarterback, hit him again,
and hit
him again, and when you're done with all of that, hit the quarterback again.
Hit him again. Got us to a Super Bowl. Won a Super Bowl with that.
Let's see. Awesome one says, sorry, Das Wolfen, show up on time as Sharkin has dropped the hammer. You're out of here.
Joseph.
All right, man. Well, listen, my final word tonight, I put this one up here just for my brother because he has been talking about, every time we talk about the space program, he's like, what about these two dudes, man?
Forgotten people.
They're the forgotten dudes. Well, guess what? They're not forgotten anymore. SpaceX launches a new crew to the space station to replace NASA's stuck astronauts. Oh man, and I hope that's
Boeing
not one of
piece
them
of
right
shit.
there because we're paying way too much for astronauts. Okay, that's
Boeing piece of shit. Said SpaceX.
wow, dude. Yeah, they're shooting 2 guys up to replace the guys that have been stranded up there for how long now?
Stranded. Elon said in the last administration, we got mission ready to go. We can go get them. No.
Nope.
No.
Don't feel like spending the money, but we'll send billions to Ukraine.
You know what I mean?
Why are we going to go get them?
No.
They can live in space. Oh man, too much.
What are you doing a gun in space?
What are you doing with a gun in space? Disc the launch. The fat dude on the right. Did they launch the fast
All
dude?
padded up,
On the right. I don't know, man. Some of these ads I get are just freaking absolutely crazy. All right, boys and girls. I had to put that one in there for Dan though, because he's been talking about that every week. Wanting to know. He's like, inquiring minds want to know. Where the hell is it?
We can go get him. No.
Don't need to. Well, boys and girls, it's time. That time of the week when my brother gives out that award. It's the Simple Jack Award, boys and girls.
Geez.
It's that award for those folks that are trying to do the right thing. They're trying to get it done, but they just can't quite get it done. And I believe you had a special name for it this week, Dan. What was it? It's
the racist piece of shit edition.
The racist piece of shit edition of the Simple Jack Award. I'm going to read the headline and then he'll explain it to you, boys and girls, because this is outrageous, man, right here. Racist University of Kentucky girl who called black staffer N-word 200 times makes shocking plea to judge. Bro, what is this all about with this chick?
Okay, there she is. There's the young lady right there. She comes in from a night of heavy drinking, apparently. She's in the dorm. A young lady working the desk, she's managing the dorm. And asks for her ID. This drunk proceeds to just freaking unload with the scorched earth F-bombs and N-bombs and physically assaults the lady. Tells her, you just go do your chores and da-da-da-da. Really racist rant she went on to. Which tells you, and this is a young person. She wasn't born that way. Somebody taught her that stuff. So that lets you know that racism is alive and well in the United States. But she's been sentenced to a year in prison, 100 hours of community service, and a financial restitution. But yeah, and there's a video of it. She just lost her shit, and she was drunk as hell. Then the police show up.
Is it bleeped?
She tells them, I'm from money. I don't have to talk to you at all. I don't have to give you my name. So, yeah, she went full retard on a bluegrass scale. And that's all I have to say about that.
Never go full retard.
Oh, my God, dude. She was
way out of control, dude. She worked for Dillard's.
Rosen. Yeah,
she worked for Dillard's as an influencer, and Dillard's dropped her like a freaking bad habit, dude. Like, real quick.
Racist piece of shit edition. Wow. That's
full retard.
Why?
It's alive and well, dude. Racism is alive and well. This is a young person going to university, and she, people when they're drunk, you see a lot of their true personality come out, right?
Yeah.
And she went off the rails, dude.
I don't get it myself, but then again, we weren't raised that way.
We're not raised that way. I
can tell you right now, look, there was a time Dad had. I was doing a portrait for somebody, a friend of his at work, and I was drawing it, and I was about halfway done with it, and he told me to bring it out to show it to him, and he told Dad that I had made him look like a black guy. He didn't understand shading and all that stuff, right?
Yeah.
And Dad just looked at me. He got that look like he does when he sees stupid people, right? And he looked at me. He goes, Joe, don't put another pencil to that. Just take it back to your room. And he looked at his buddy and he goes, and you get the fuck out of my house. What are you, crazy?
I remember sitting on a stoop of the store one day, and we were talking about, must have been something we saw in a news report. Somebody said, son, there's assholes in every culture. Every culture's got them.
Right.
Mm-hmm. I mean, it just is what it is. But
yeah,
we were not raised that way. We don't have those chains.
No. And to give it more context, our father is a big music fanatic, specifically rock and roll. And he knows just as well as all of us do that most of rock and roll, his era of rock and roll, was started by African Americans.
Yep.
The blues
Delta
that
Blues,
African Americans
all
were
comes from
playing.
Delta Blues.
So I mean, yeah.
Yeah. Now this young lady, her face is all over the place, and she's gonna have to go to Alaska to get away from that thing.
Yeah, she is. Yeah. Our good man, Awesome One says
That,
she should have hacked tour on the thing.
Yeah, something other than what she did, and there's a video, you can see it, but
yeah, go check out the video, guys. I'm not going to play it here because
if you don't think
it's not
alive and well in the world, it's right there in front of you, and that's a young person spouting off all that nonsense.
It's a shame too, though, because David talks a lot about race, and I keep telling him, look, I'm not going to talk about race because I don't think it's a thing. And it's not a thing in my world, so I'm not going to sit here and worry about it. If I see people being racist, I'll call them out on it. But it's not a thing with me because I'm just not that way.
No.
And never have been. But yeah, apparently still a thing, and I just don't get it, man. Of course, it's all about how you're raised. Bottom line, it all breaks down to how you're brought up, and that's just the most of it. All right, boys and girls, that is our show for this evening. I want to thank you guys for being here. Of course, we've got to go ahead and let you know what's going on with the channel before we get out of here. And the background music you're hearing now, I hope you're hearing. Danny, you hear that?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Is brought to you by Sharking for Pearls. You can check them out anywhere that you can get all your music, whether it be on iTunes or Spotify or wherever. He uploads his music everywhere. Go check it out. Sharking
your
for
streaming services got it. Yeah.
So, go check out my brother and support him. And thank you guys for being here tonight. Let me let you know what's going on with the channel. First of all, you know that this show comes your way every Sunday night at 6 p.m. Central Time. If you don't want to sit there and listen to 60 Minutes, come check us out, man. We'll let you know what's going on with the Clown Show that is 2025 through today's headlines every Sunday night at 6 p.m. Tomorrow morning, my man Gary has decided every stream he's doing until he's done with it is going to be Vindicated Inc. That's right. I actually touched base with him yesterday when he did one yesterday afternoon, a drawing stream with Gary. I'll be drawing and I'll have it on my camera, but most of the screen will be taken up with Gary's comic book, Vindicated. He's going to be working on it.
That is pretty cool, man.
He has decided he's going to put the final push on this thing and get her done. And I'll be drawing the Privateer while he's drawing Vindicated. So come check us out. Anima and Martin will be with us talking about it. So you guys come check it out tomorrow morning at 10 a.m. Central Time on Pop Culture Minefields channel. And then at 4 p.m. Central Time, we're going to talk about a classic on That 70s Rock Fans channel, Spies Like Us. Chevy Chase and Dan Aykroyd. Danny's already laughing about it. Yeah,
that's a great movie.
It's, of course, there's great comedy names associated with it. John Landis is the director and the writer and everything. So, yeah, you guys come check it out. Spies Like Us, 4 p.m. Central Time tomorrow on That 70s Rock Fans channel. Then, of course, I start my streaming week with going away soon. So you guys tune in this month because come next month in April, I won't be staying up till midnight drinking and playing video games right next to my mother's room. That's not going to happen. So the last month of Papa Joe Gamer After Dark gets underway with part 4 of Mass Effect 2. Loving the playthrough of that so far. So come check it out. Papa Joe Gamer After Dark, video games, cocktails, and fails at 10 p.m. Central Time. We're going to move it to earlier in the night on Mondays. Don't worry. But I'm not going to be drinking as much anymore on that show. So you guys come check it out. And then, of course, Wednesdays at 5:30 p.m. Central Time, it's State of the Atmosphere, the pop culture show we do every week where we check in on the movies and video games and TV shows and everything. A lot of stuff to watch out there. Me and Danny were talking earlier. He just got caught up on Reacher. So did I. I watched it today. Me and Rhonda are watching 1923 right now, the Yellowstone prequel, and there's a bunch of stuff.
Paradise on Hulu is very good. Paradise on Hulu.
Paradise, yeah. And, you got Daredevil. We did a streaming show last week, so anyway, you guys come check it out. We're going to talk about everything at 5:30 p.m. Central Time on Wednesday, and then of course, Sketching the Privateer, my show about the comic book, and I'm gonna invite Gary over to be on it because, you know, we're going to be drawing our comics. So you guys come check it out Fridays at 1 p.m. Central Time, Sketching the Privateer. And then 8 p.m. Central Time back over on Pop Culture Minefields channel. Go check out Gaming Night with John as he continues his playthrough of Fallout, The Tale of Two Wastelands. And then, of course, it's back to us on Sundays at 6 p.m. for The Brothers Hack the Matrix. So, for myself, and there can be only one, the Sharkin' for Pearls head guy, Hylunder, I want to thank you guys for being here. And until we see you again, I want you guys to keep on keeping on. God bless.